Hey everyone! So I was meant to do this live yesterday, but of course I ordered a takeout from a local restaurant, so my prep got put aside. So right now I am going to show you how easy it is to do a 3-day prep in about 20-25 minutes. So I've everything prepped. I'm going to show you here if I can turn around. I've everything prepped, ready to rock. I have my chicken prepped here for chicken curry. So I'll tell you exactly what I'm cooking. I'm cooking egg fritters for breakfast. I'm cooking chicken curry for lunch or dinner. I'm cooking hake to have for lunch or dinner depending. And I'm cooking homemade coconut chicken goujons for the kids. Everything prepped, ready to rock. Rice, everything's over there. I got this handy kit in Aldi, handy. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. And like, this is all already prepped. I just have it in a bowl because, you know, it's just easier to pull out of. The only thing I had to chop is the peppers and the tomatoes. Everything else is from packets. You can even ask the butchers to cut these up to any size you want. So that's how easy it is. So before we begin, there is almond flour in here and some coconut, shredded coconut. That is for the homemade goujons. There is 3 eggs in here mixed in. The egg fritters for breakfast, there's 1 egg and 6 egg whites because, as you know, the yellow part of the egg is good for you, but at the same time, it's extra calories. So when you're looking for fat loss, 1 egg yolk is enough for the egg fritters. I did save the eggs yolks from these eggs in here because I'm going to whisk them up and put them in the egg fried rice because the kids eat that as well. So the kids are getting some good fat in their fried rice. The mix for the coke for the chicken curry is passata and the chicken curry kit. Low cal spray. You'd be silly not to use this because if you're just pouring in oil for the sake of pouring it in, like oil is, if you saved a tablespoon of oil over a year every day, that would be 14 pounds you would have saved. So you'd be silly not to use this. And light soy sauce, you'd be silly not to use that as well because again, it is less calories. Okay, so let's get going. I don't know how this is going to work out now, but I'm going to swing you around here and let's get going. So there you go. Welcome to Karina's Kitchen, lads. Right, so this is it here. I'll bring you over. So the first thing we're going to do is the mix for the almond flour is, this is chicken seasoning. Throw it in, a load of it, and that's going to just make the chicken goujons, homemade chicken goujons, taste a bit nicer as well. I'll bring you over a little bit closer now, lads. So I'll show you how easy it is to prep, and I've all lunch boxes there ready to go to put my meals into. So the fried rice water is boiled. Throw it in. I have my veg on as well. So I'm making enough food for 3 days. Everything is safe to put into the fridge once you put it in lunch boxes like this, which I got in the pound shop. So very easily. Now you're not going to fill your food, your meals up to the top. These are the only ones I could get. I'll show you how to portion control them out. So who is prep for? I'm going to put the chicken curry on first actually. Might as well keep everything going all together. And I'll put the fish in the oven as well. So the fish is going to cook. All I'm putting on the fish is a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of soy sauce, and that's it. Throw it into the oven. And that's that done. I might even put some, I'll wait till it comes out and I'll put some seasoning on, so I'll pop this into the oven. So you'll see how easy it is. This is the tray that I use for the egg fritters. So this is going to be for my breakfast, full of protein, all of that shebang. So, right, 2 cal spray. See how easy it is to use it. There's about 6 cals in each. If you were pouring the oil in, you'd be just like this. And next thing before you know it, you have a lot of calories gone in. So I throw on the chicken curry. That can be cooking away there. The veg is on as well. So everything, the only thing that's going to cost you time is cleaning up afterwards. Sure, the dishwasher does that anyway. Right, the chicken curry. Actually, before I make the chicken goujons, I need to make the egg fritters. So this is smoked turkey rashers. Throw it in. So these are the egg fritters for the morning. High protein, bit of meat, loads of egg whites. And I have a lunchbox full of salad and tomatoes ready to rock. So while that's cooking away, I'll whisk the egg. So if you're making egg fritters, put them in a little gravy bowl because it's easier to pour. Because when you're pouring it into these, it gets quite messy. So we'll whisk that up. You know what, I forgot to get out the deep freeze actually. Multitasking out is finest. I forgot to get onions, frozen onions. Everything's convenience food. Everyone thinks convenience food has to be microwavable food, which is fine the odd time. But if you get food that's already pre-chopped, frozen, all that, that's convenience food. So the trick is with the veg, when you're using veg as prep, you don't want to boil it till it's like disintegrated. So once the veg comes up to boil, knock it off. So the veg is knocked off. I'm going to put that aside because I don't want it to overcook, because you're going to be heating it up in the microwave again when you're doing your prep. Right, what gas is that? So the egg fritters are the most easiest thing in the world to make. I'm going to throw in some peppers into the egg fritters because they're lovely. Throw in some onions. So these are all veg already chopped up in a packet, already got. Turn up this here. Sure, we're knocking everything off. So the egg fritters can go in the oven. So the chicken is halfway cooked there. I'm just going to throw in the stir-fry veg into the chicken. Easy peasy. Everything's easy. It's just you have to have a few things going all at once. But when you get used to food prep, you get used to what's cooking first and what isn't. So the fish is in there, it's cooking away. Right, so while that's cooking away there, I'll turn it down. This is how easy this Thai curry is, like seriously. You couldn't get any easier. Throw everything in, let it simmer, and that's it. That's done. And you can add your rice in and your veg, the coconut cream. Making a big massive mess, but no harm. The trick is with coconut cream, if you don't have enough coconut cream in the packet with the Aldi one, use almond milk because that is lower calories than coconut. And if you're looking to lose weight, I would use the low-fat coconut milk rather than the full-fat, because a can of full-fat coconut milk can be 800 calories, or sorry, a can of full-fat coconut milk can be 800 calories, a can of low-fat coconut milk can be like 200 or 300 or something like that. So go for the low-fat if you're looking for weight loss for the coconut milk, or what you can do is just use a carton of almond milk. It's a lot more cost-effective as well. So that's the spices gone in there. Some chicken curry. I'll just cook this up here a little bit more. So the egg fritters, the peppers are a bit big to be fair. So that's the chicken curry done. I'm just going to mix it around and let it simmer. And that's more or less done. I will add an apple to the chicken curry for sweetness and some lime. But like that's it. That's convenience food at its finest, and you just need to simmer it. And that curry mix is lovely. So right, that's that done. So that's the curry. So all I'm going to do is cover that, let it simmer, job done. The rice is cooking away there. I'll turn that down. Right, these lads here, this is the egg fritter. The peppers are a bit big now to put in here. So I forgot to put salt and pepper in the egg fritter. Lads, lots of research done on this. It's no different than the regular salt. It just looks fancy. It just looks fancy. We had an argument about this myself and Brian. Brian was like, there's no difference. I read research on it. I was like, yeah, well, he goes, the only difference is that people had to mine it, so you're actually wrecking the economy. Or you're wrecking the environment. And I was there, thanks for that. But anyway, I like the look of it, and it lasts for ages. Right, so the egg fritters. I'm going to put in some lettuce at the base of each one. And, oh sorry, I forgot to spray the base actually first. So 2 cal spray. Give a good spray to each one, so that's 6 cals in each one. So they don't stick. They do stick anyway, I'll show you how to take them out. Put in your greens as a base so they'll easily lift off when they're finished cooking. These are the most easiest thing in the world to do, and the kids would love them as well. Right, that's that done. Throw in some peppers and the smoked rashers. Doesn't matter if it doesn't all fit in, you can just chop them up while they're in there. Again, this was done really, really quick because I have loads to do today, and I don't like my kids keep on saying to me, why don't you like cooking anymore, Karina? I'm like, I'm over it now at this stage, so I prefer to do loads of prep and just have my food ready to rock. Where's my knife gone? Okay. Right, so them peppers are too big, so I'm just going to roughly chop them. This is why I'd never be a chef, lads. Right, so we'll even them out. Okay, so there's loads of meat and loads of veg in those, just to even them out. Then what you do is you get the egg mix, pour it on top. It's so much easier with the boat. If you were doing a cup here now, it'd be all over the place. The rice is still cooking away there in the curry. Right, I ran out of eggs for this, so I'm just going to swap over this here. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? The little egg wash from the chicken goujons, I'm going to pour them in here. Just a little bit, because I ran out, rather than breaking another egg up again. That'll do. One of them is just full of good fat, while the rest of them are full of low fat. Right, chopped tomatoes, throw them on top. And then a little bit of a sprinkle of low fat cheese. Like I said, if you're a cheese lover, you'd be silly not to get the low fat cheese. And anyway, if you're looking for fat loss, you really need to put down on the cheese anyway. There's loads of other foods you can be eating. Bit of a sprinkle. Like I said, fat is 9 calories per gram, proteins and carbohydrates are 4. Your body loves proteins, it's your whole body's made up of proteins, so you should be eating more of that. Right, that's going in the oven, and that's the egg fritters done. Right, that's how easy that is. Right, the next one, the chicken goujons. Just need to rinse the pan. I went to go buy new pans yesterday and there was no pans and duns. So, that'll do. Low-cal spray again. The chicken curry, I'm going to add a tiny bit of the tomato to it now, just to add a bit of taste with garlic and stuff. Throw that in. I never use the full jar because I love making the homemade pizzas for the kids, so that's going back in the fridge. Waste, nothing. Nothing gets wasted in this house. Right, that curry is simmering away there, so that's done. Just give it a little mix. And the veg is cooling off down there, so I'm going to put that now. Right, that actually looks really nice. Okay, the rice, let me see how that's getting on. It's brown rice I used, by the way, whole grain. Keeps you fuller for longer, your gut loves it. White rice is great if you need energy for the gym and all that, because it's just a quicker burn, carbohydrate burn. Right, what am I cooking here now? Oh, chicken goujons. So, all you do is get the chicken, put it into the egg wash. I'm going to make it closer here to the pan actually, so I'm not wrecking the place. Actually, there's loads of veg left over. I'm going to throw this into the curry. That's that gone. Right, where's that piece of chicken? Here we go. I don't know what time it is now, but that fish is nearly done in the oven, and the egg fritter is another 15 minutes, and then this live is done. Right, that's the goujon. Easy as that. I'm going to throw a few of them into the egg wash together to save time. Throw them in here, get a bit of coconut on. Here we go. The trick with the homemade goujons is to start them off in the pan and then finish them in the oven. When you finish them in the oven, then they get less kind of burnt on the pan. So I just start them off here. I may need more oil there actually on the pan. I should have had, and here's ones I made earlier, but sure anyway. This is live, this is real life. I just wanted to show you that you can get prep done, food prep done into lunch boxes, and then throw everything into the dishwasher in no time. Okay, throw that on there. Spin them around. So you're only starting them off on the pan here, just to kind of crisp them up, and then you are throwing them into the oven with everything else. I'll turn that down before I burn them actually. Just need to get another pot. Here we go. Transfer it into the glass bowl. Okay, so just cover as much chicken as you can in the almond meal. So it's no flour in this at all. That's the good thing about it. And you're going to have that nice coconut as well. Okay, these are done. Throw them into the glass, the ceramic, and then let them finish off in the oven. Let's just put a bit of crisp on them. They even look like a nice colour already, don't they? Chicken goujons, I eat them, the kids eat them, everyone eats them. Throw them in. Actually, I need more spray on that. And I'm going to make fried rice as well. So, it's not, everyone says, oh, that's not for weight loss. It's not the food, once you cook it from at home, it's the amount you have of it is the problem. It's the amount of rice you have, the amount of pasta you have. You can have them all, but if you don't like counting calories, how I lost the weight before when I was working in a job in town that required me to go on long hours, I lost the weight by putting everything into lunch boxes, or lunch and dinner and breakfast. And that's how I lost the weight. I kept with my 3 meals and then a little freezer bag full of snacks, and that was it. That was my quota for the day. And like, you can pay, that's that done there now. You can pay for meal prep from one of the companies that does meal prepping, but like, you're paying 90 to 125 euro, maybe 120 euro a week. You should just do it yourself. It'll take you half an hour and it'll probably cost you 30 quid for the food. Like, we're not long on this live now. You don't even have to be fancy with it. Throw it into the pan once you don't burn everything. That's that done. The oven's beeping. Check this here. I never even set the timer. Okay, the eggs are cooking away there. Right, so these goujons, brown them off, throw them in the oven, job done. The curry is nearly cooked. Okay, so I'll show you the goujons now when they're done as well. Into the oven with them. Easy peasy. I used to like cooking, but not anymore, so I prefer to make all the meal prep and get it done out of the way. Okay, so that's that done. This is the veg. We'll drain it off. Veg isn't meant to be overcooked anyway, because you'll wreck the nutrient property in the veg. So only like half boil it. That's it. They're done. Now what was this for? Oh yeah, the fried rice. So that rice is cooked. I'm going to drain it off with a sieve. I drain it off, and what I do then is I rinse the rice with cold water, and it gets all that starchy kind of stuff off the rice. And I actually put it back in the pan, in the pot, and finish off the fried rice in the pot, because I don't like loads of washing. So I'm just going to sieve out this rice, cold water, and back into the pot. Right, back into the pot. So this way the pot's kind of full of rice, just rinse it out and get rid of all that starch. Right, big mess here left after me. Right, that's the pot back in. So we're going to turn on this for the fried rice. We need eggs. So this is the eggs that I saved from the egg whites, from the egg fritters. Pop it into the pan. Let that cook up and get ready for the rice. Rinse the rice. Get all that kind of starch off it until the water runs clear. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. Okay, so that's the rice rinsed off there until the water goes clear. That's all that out of the way. So, what else? Oh, I forgot to put the chicken in the oven. The chicken goujons in the oven. Right. Woo. The egg fritters are almost done. Open up the window there before I dive these. Okay, fried rice, all you need is, I'll get the frozen onions now out of the deep freeze. Spring onions is nicer with it, but I don't have spring onions. They just tend to go off in my house. Okay, how long are we on this now? I don't know. I'd say, is it 15 minutes? 20 minutes to get the food clock. You can do this on a Sunday. Generally what I would do is on a Sunday, if I was working full time in a company that had to leave the house, I would do this on a Sunday and do this on a Wednesday. And I would eat out of my lunch boxes right up until Friday afternoon. And generally what I used to do then was I used not bring breakfast with me on a Friday morning, because that used to be my morning to get a scone with jam and cream and stuff like that. I can almost smell it from here, Deborah, I know. So that's the egg. You wreck the pan a little bit, but you can soak it. It's okay. Throw in your brown rice, whole grain rice if you can. It just keeps you fuller for longer. Eating smart is about what can you eat that'll keep you fuller for longer. What can you eat that'll give you fibre, that'll help your bowels move. Protein with every meal. That's why I have the fritters done there. That's why I have chicken goujons on. That's why I have the chicken curry cooking there. Protein with every meal. Your body does not hold on to protein, so it relies on you, and it doesn't make protein in the body. There's 9 essential amino acids out of the proteins, out of chicken and all that, that we cannot make in the body or store in the body. So you need to eat protein every day, and especially if you are working out. Right, that's the fried rice, low fat, low light soy sauce. Throw it in. Done with all that there now. I'll grab the frozen onions. If you have fussy eaters in the house that want fresh food all the time, suck it up. That's what I would say. If you want it fresh, cook it yourself. Now, to be fair, I would cook, jeez, I can't open the peas, lads. Right, if you want, like mash is easy to cook fresh. Homemade chips, these are just frozen peas into the fried rice. And that's it. Job done. And that's your fried rice. I'll show you how to portion control out the fried rice now as well. So I'm just going to knock off the heat and put a lid on this, if I have one. Yeah, so mix it around. Fried rice wrecks the pot, but it's worth it. Just soak it afterwards. Oh, it even smells lovely. Right. You don't need to overcook prep, because you'd be heating up again in the microwave or the pot or wherever you want. Okay, so let's get ready to put everything into the lunch boxes. I love this part. I used to love this when I was doing my prep. I'm not even going to show you the mess, lads, but sure, it's grand. We'll clean it up again, everything on the floor. Hoover it up, or the dog will come in and be delighted with himself. He's like, "Ooh, great." Okay, so lunch boxes. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. I need to get one more lunch box. Actually, I'll just pour out enough for 2 days, because when I went to the pound shop the last day, the Euro shop, to get the Chinese lunch boxes, they were all out, so they're obviously low on stock. Okay, so this is for my breakfast. I have some tomatoes and lettuce already in there. I'm going to pop the egg fritters in, and then I'm going to serve it. I'm going to get feta cheese and throw it on top, but I'm not going to do that now, because I want to do that when I eat it. I don't want to just throw feta cheese in there and let it kind of go all over the place. So that is breakfast. This will be lunch. And the good thing is, if you have a few things going, you can just decide on the day what you feel like. Do you want chicken curry, or do you want what else have I on? Chicken goujons. Okay, next. Who am I kidding? We just use our hands. Okay, corn. Always put in loads of veg into your lunch boxes. So I'll pop these here. So this is how you fill portion control out your boxes. Obviously, you're not going to fill it up to the rim, that everything's overflowing for fat loss, because that's not calorie control then. That's just being a little bit kind of, let's fill it up to the top and see how much we can get out of this. So veg in a third of it, meat in a third of it, and rice and pasta is your cupped pan thrown in. And you shouldn't be hungry, especially if it's full of veg. You can fill your veg up to the top and the meat up to the top, but you're not going to fill your carbohydrates up to the top, because you don't need it unless you're running a marathon or something like that. if you're just doing, I probably didn't have enough veg on now, so throw the veg in. I'm like, sorry kids, I took all the veg. Sure, it's easy to put on veg anyway. Veg is so easy to cook. Okay, veg. And I ran out. I didn't even have enough veg on. Okay. I just see is the fish cooked. I'll get the chicken curry going on here. Yeah, the chicken curry is cooked. So we can pop that into the thing now in a second and let it cool. I'm just going to turn it up and get the last bit cooked. Right. The fish is cooked. I'll take that out, and the egg fritters as well. Right. Okie dokie. There's the fish and the egg fritters. Right. There are the egg fritters. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to let them cool for a second and use a spoon just to go around it and throw them in here and let them cool down, and then just leave the boxes open and let them cool down, and then close them when they're cooled into the fridge. That's your prep done. The fish, that's the fish. Like, there's no fat on that at all. So I'm going to pop this in here into one of the lunch boxes. Pop it in. Right, into another lunch box. I'll put it on top of the veg actually, the fish, and then I leave enough room for some rice on the other side. Right, so this is one lunch box done. Curry's belting away here. Right, so that's the fried rice. It's grand, isn't it? Now, fried rice, guys. How hot is this to put on my hand? This is the amount you're looking for. Push this over here. Right, I don't want to burn myself, but anyway, if I put this on top of my cupped hand, that's more or less the portion of rice that you're looking for. We'll go a little bit more because we're working out. That's your portion of rice there. Pop it in. Job done, and that's your lunch box. It can be breakfast, can be your breakfast if you want actually. Lunch and dinner, or dinner, there you go. Let that cool down. Same with this. There is no way you will be hungry and looking for sugar with this. There's no way, like. So that is 2 meals there, ready to rock. The chicken curry, we'll throw that in here now. I'll just give the chicken curry another minute actually. So I'm only going to put one chicken curry in here and goujons in the other, because I'm going to put that in a separate box and I can be taken out of that, we'll say, for the kids or whatever. Right, the egg fritters. My favourite part is this. So, just get a spoon out of the dishwasher. Right, so if I'm on low carb day, now that's your egg fritter. That's it, job done. Pop, you can have 2 or 3 of them, it doesn't matter, because they're so low fat, the egg fritters. To be honest, I'm only going to do 2 because every time I put 3 in a box I don't eat it because they're so filling. So 2 is enough. Swing that around. Because egg whites, there's only 17 calories in an egg white. There's not that much calories in veg. And anyway, when it's fibrous veg, you end up taking the nutrients out of the fibre and the rest goes out in your poo stool. So you actually don't hold on to that much at all. The only bit of calories in this would be the bit of cheese and the 1 egg or whatever. There's not much calories in them at all. I'm just going to put 3 in each one just for saving space today. And then when I'm off the live, I'll put them back into a box. Okay, everything gets wrecked, so you just have to soak them. Okay, the dog is going to have a field day when he comes in here and starts eating up off the floor. So there you go. You have breakfast ready there. I'm going to add a bit of feta cheese in this for breakfast, and that's it. You don't need anything else. Cup of coffee, that's it. 2 lunches, 2 dinners. Okay, the curry. Throw this over here. The curry, lads, is lovely. And there's not much in the curry as well. Again, it's all about the portion that you use. So we'll throw the curry in here. Oops, I forgot to put the rice in actually. Better put the rice in first. Do you know what I always normally do? Put the corn to separate the rice and the veg. Because you know the way you don't want the kind of... Okay, that's more than enough rice. More than enough. Now we'll throw in the curry there. And that's your prep. Save yourself money. Ooh, burning the bottom of my hands. It doesn't matter how much of the chicken you put in. It doesn't matter how much of the veg you put in. Because the veg is really low in calories. The chicken is full of protein, which is only 4 calories per gram. It's the rice you have to be careful with because carbohydrates is for extra fuel to do extra stuff outside of breathing and moving and walking. Like if you were running a marathon or took up couch to 5k, you'd probably need extra bit of rice. But to be fair, if you're carrying a lot of fat on your body, that is your energy you need to burn off. So that's it. That's the prep. I'm going to wait until the chicken goujons. I'll check the chicken goujons, see if they're cooked, and throw them in here. And I'll take down the thing now in a second and show you. I'll just check the goujons. Ah yeah, they're cooked. Woo! Ready to rock. Okie dokie. Jesus, I need to invest in... I refuse to buy stuff because I'm moving house, so I'm literally using tea towels and everything. The pot's broke, I don't care. I'm refusing to buy anything until I move. Right, these are your chicken goujons. Just going to double check. Yeah, they're cooked. Hold on, double check this one. Yeah, they're cooked. And that's your chicken coconut and almond chicken goujon. Aren't they grand? And how long did that take now? We half an hour on here? So, now, the beauty, to be honest, you'd be sick of eating rice for 3 days, but I'd normally put on baby potatoes or potatoes. But to be honest, I don't really care, because once I have a nice rice like this, once I have nice fried rice, but sure, isn't that better than eating a potato dry, or like a baby potato? And then throw in your goujons. And that's it. And that's another dinner for you. And that's all portion controlled out. You could put in more chicken there if you want to fill you up. Now, let me bring you around here. Right, I'll take off the camera here now, and that's all done. I just need to clean up. And how do I take off this camera? Right, let me swing you around. And that's it done. This is, okay, so if you wanted to vary it, this could be breakfast. Like, I'm going to have to do up the calories and let you know, but to be fair, that's probably 20 calories in the greens. And these guys here, 17, 17, 17, we'll say 246, always overestimate. And let's just say 100 calories for the turkey mince. Like, probably for under 300 calories, you have breakfast with loads of protein. Here you go. They're homemade chicken, coconut, almond goujons, bit of rice, loads of veg, and the chicken curry, easy peasy. Rice, veg underneath that. Job done. And that's the fish with rice, so you could vary it up, and the veg is all underneath the fish. To be honest, I should have put on peas, but sure, look, it to be grand. And I'm going to put feta cheese with this. That'll probably bring it up to the 300 calories then with a little bit of feta cheese. That's it. So prep for 2 days, but I'm going to show you the big mess now. But the chicken curry and the rest, I'll put on some peas, and that'll be 3 days prep. Then I'll have another 3 lunch boxes going on. And where am I here now? How do I get back? That's it, lads. I'm sweating after that now. And I hope you enjoyed the prep. Look how easy it is. That's how you get into a calorie deficit. That's how you do it. And that's how I do it. That's how my clients do it. Even if you did this for 4 days of the week and took 3 days off from logging calories and stuff like that, you would still lose fat, because this is getting you into a calorie deficit. If you crave sugar and you just can't stop craving sugar, you're not getting enough nutrients in your body. This is going to give you enough nutrients, protein, veg, everything that you need. And guarantee you, if you can't really go to the toilet properly, if you do this for a week and get a proper mix of carbohydrates, fats and proteins, you'll have no problem then with your digestive system. Loads of water with this, loads of green tea, loads of walking, resistance training, job done. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this helpful, drop it below. I'll do up the calories and let you know what the calories are in each box. And ideally what I would do is I'd write the calories on the box, and then what I do after that for my snack is I get a freezer bag and I write 200 calories or 300 calories in a freezer bag, and I put that amount of calories into the freezer bag, and then I know what my daily calories is then. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.